You ever just know your way around a place, maybe somewhere you haven't been in ages?
Hmm. Yeah.
Or like suddenly a complex idea just clicks, and you see how all the pieces fit.
Right.
Well, that could be your cognitive map kicking in. And that's what this deep dive is all about, sparked by your curiosity.
Exactly. These fascinating mental tools.
We're going to look at what they are, how we make them, and how they help us navigate more than just streets ideas, too.
Yeah, the mission here is really to get you a clear picture of cognitive maps and, why they actually matter day to day.
Okay, so let's dive in. What is a cognitive map, basically?
Well, simply put, it's like a mental layout of your environment, your brain's internal blueprint, sort of.
Okay.
And Edward Tolman's work back in the day was really key here. He challenged the whole behaviorist idea of just stimulus response.
How so?
He showed rats exploring a maze without any food reward could later find the food way faster once it was introduced.
Ah, so they weren't just blindly bumping around.
Not at all. They were building internal maps even without an immediate payoff. That's latent learning. It suggests our brains are like constantly mapping things.
Even when we don't notice it. So it's less like, okay, turn left then right, and more like having a bird's eye view in your head.
Precisely. That mental picture lets you figure out shortcuts. Or, if your usual route is blocked, find another way, that aha moment.
And you mentioned the hippocampus is involved.
Yeah, the hippocampus is a really crucial brain region for this. It's deeply involved in memory, especially spatial memory. Think of it as the brain's architect for these maps.
Okay, got it. But you said it's not just physical space,
That's where it gets really interesting. It seems we use similar mental mapping for abstract stuff, too.
like ideas, relationships.
Exactly. Concepts, how information fits together. Think about learning a complex subject. At first, it's maybe just a jumble of facts, right?
Yeah, totally overwhelming sometimes.
But as you learn more, you start to see the connections, the underlying structure. You're basically building a cognitive map of that whole field.
Or managing a big project, seeing how all the different parts interact.
That's another great example. You're navigating a non-physical space using a mental map.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It feels like the difference between, say, following a recipe word for word versus actually understanding cooking.
Right. Route-based versus map-based. Following the recipe is route-based, step 1, step 2.
You just follow the sequence.
But understanding the principles, why certain ingredients work together, how heat affects things, that's like having a map of flavors and techniques. You can adapt, improvise.
And when you learn a new skill, you probably start route-based, just mimicking steps.
Usually, yeah. Then with practice, hopefully you develop that broader map-based understanding of how it all connects.
It's pretty cool how adaptable this mapping ability is.
It really is. Look at video games. Players develop this incredible spatial sense of complex virtual worlds. They build detailed cognitive maps.
Definitely, you just know where things are after a while.
Or consider blind individuals. They build incredibly rich mental maps of their surroundings using sound, touch, even smell.
Wow. So the brain finds other ways to build the map.
It shows the brain's amazing flexibility in creating these representations without sight.
It makes you think about those times you just like instinctively know a better way to go, but you can't quite articulate why.
That could be your map at work. And, stepping back a bit, this whole idea is even being used in AI.
Oh, really? How?
Well, to help robots and AI systems navigate complex environments, plan routes, make decisions, they're trying to build artificial cognitive maps.
Fascinating. So kind of bringing it all together for you listening.
Yeah. The big takeaway is that these cognitive maps are really powerful mental tools. We're using them constantly.
Not just for finding your keys or getting to work.
But for understanding complex information, navigating ideas, learning new things, they help us make sense of the world, both physical and abstract.
Okay, so here's a final thought to leave you with. Just think about your own day. Where might you be using these mental maps without even realizing it?
Good question.
And maybe consider this. Could consciously trying to build these maps, say, when learning something new or exploring a new neighborhood, actually boost your understanding and how well you navigate it all?
It's definitely something to think about how we can maybe leverage this ability more deliberately,